Morning, Leslie.
Good morning.
Look at that out there, will you?
Oh, it's miserable, isn't it?
Lashing it down, that is.
It is, yes.
But, you go back 24 hours or so. Yesterday afternoon, it was lovely blue sky. I sat out there. I put my coat on mine, I wasn't going to sit out there like a fool. And I sat out there and had a cup of tea and a couple of biscuits. And looking up at the sky, there's loads of blue patches. I thought, blast, this is lovely.
Yeah, next week it's going to get a whole lot colder, and we might see some of the white stuff next week.
Well, the old cow next door, she say the other day there's supposed to snow, innit?
It might do. It might do. I don't think they're really sure at the moment. It might do.
Well, she's talking twaddle, ain't she? She don't know what the hell she's on about, do she? I said to her, it's got to get a lot colder than this if it's going to snow. I'm looking over there now at Malcolm's palm tree.
Yes.
And that is a gusting a little bit, but no, that ain't too windy, if people are going out and about.
Yeah.
That ain't too, although, heaven say that, now I'm looking across at the fern bush, and that is sort of wafting a bit, so I don't know, perhaps that's sort of sheltered by his house, I expect.
When I was at school, we had the Beaufort wind scale, 1 to 12, I think. Maybe we should redo that with your neighbour's plants.
I don't mind, boy, but, if you're saying what is it, 1 between what?
1 and 12. What do you reckon it is at
1
the
and
moment?
12, I reckon that's around about a 6 or a 7.
Okay, fair enough.
That's gusting enough to sort of make you go 4, as you walk down, you sort of, when are you getting gust, don't you?
Yes.
And you sort of go, 4, that just sort of blew you a little bit, doesn't it? But there you are, that's a little old squid, really, isn't it?
Well, there we go. How's your week been? What have you been up to?
I've sort of been toddling about here, I finally put the Christmas decorations away.
Yep.
That's a rigmarole, isn't it?
Oh, it is,
Why
Brian.
do we always put them in the loft?
I don't know.
There must be other places we can put them in there, but for some reason, every bugger put them up in the loft. And that's a sod to get up there, isn't it? And that's a bugger to get them down every year. But so I struggled. I've got one of these ladders, right?
Yes.
Where you put your loft hatch up.
Yes.
And then you get it and pull it down,
Yep.
And that gets sort of stuck in it. And what I have to do, I got a bit of string, because that slip on the floor.
Oh, right, okay. Yep.
Because I've got old lino in there,
Yes.
so that sort of slip on the floor, and a couple of times I nearly fell out of a head down there. So I got a bit of string, and what I do, I tie that to the cupboard door. I open the door,
Yep.
tie that to the cupboard knob,
Yes.
and then tie that to the rung on the ladder, so that don't come down. But the girl runs me.
Yes. How's she doing?
Her toilet ain't flushing.
Her toilet's not flushing.
No, she can't flush a toilet, so she's been coming round, when she need to do the other.
That's very neighbourly of you.
Well, he's supposed to be coming this morning, but I look out there now. I don't know if he will, but she's had a week this week. Her pal Margaret,
Yes.
and her, they went off and see a panto somewhere this week. I think that was at the what's that one with twirly car park thing?
Oh, the new Wolsey in Ipswich.
That's right.
Yeah.
They asked me if I wanted to go, and I said no, thank you. I can't think of nothing worse than sitting there with a load of screaming kids. But they reckon that was good.
Yes.
And I said to her, make sure you use their toilet if you're gone, because well, she'd been like that for best part of 3-4 days, and you won't believe this, right?
Go on.
She's had these blocks there this week, right?
Yes.
She had a couple of roofers have come in.
Yep.
Because she thought for that sort of pull in a bit, because that can is it, can't it? You get to February or March.
Yes.
That can be dull, can't it?
It can.
So she thought, right, I'm going to get a new lot of felt on my shed roof.
Okay. Yep.
So I said, well, I ain't going to do it, because at my age, I don't want to be getting up there and then
Well, that's very true.
falling off, So she had these two blocks come round, right? Now,
Yes.
you think about this.
Yep.
Gary and Larry, right?
Gary and Larry, yeah.
I ain't kidding. Gary and Larry, you've never seen such a couple of old rogues in all your life, right? I tell you now, right, put a little bit of felt on the roof.
Yep.
They were there 3 ruddy days.
Crikey.
3 days up on that roof.
Yep.
I know they had to take the other one off and put a little patch on, and
Yes.
then they put 2 on now. I done it proper. But why did that take 3 days? And then I sort of head look out every now and again just to make sure they weren't sitting on the back side.
Yes.
And she kept bringing in cups of tea out. I suppose that must be every 20 minutes, half an hour.
Cup of tea, yeah.
She'd come with a cup of tea. And do you know what? I didn't see one of them take a pee. Not one of them. So I sort of kept looking out. And then one day there, we're all right to talk, aren't we?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. One day there's a tap on the door.
Yep.
And it was either Gary or Larry. I didn't know which one was which. And he said, "Can I use your loo?" And so I thought, I know what's going to happen here. So he come in, and he used the loo, you know.
Yep.
And when he come out, he say, "Thank you very much," and off he go. Well, Christ, he stunk his house out. And so I went round, right, Leslie?
Yes.
And I say, "Can I just ask?" I say, "What are you eating at night?" And do you know what? Do you know what he have?
What does he have, Brian?
He reckon he have a lot of broccoli and Stilton, right? And I say, "You ain't kidding." I say, "You want to start eating some flowers or something that's a little bit more scented." But they have done it, and they've done a good job, I have to say.
Excellent.
You know, she's happy.
Yeah.
I suppose she's about 20, 30 tea bags down, but
quite possibly.
You know, she's happy, and that's all that matters.
Well, I'm glad that's all worked out. I'm glad that's all.
I've got to get a new mattress.
Have you? Why's that?
Yeah, well, I woke up stiff the other morning.
Did you?
Yeah, well, you know what I normally do when I strip the bed every 2 weeks.
Yep.
I ton it, you know.
Yes.
You're supposed to ton the mattress, aren't you?
You are supposed to turn it.
It's a right rigmarole, if I be honest.
Yep.
So I ton it, but now it's got, because it's always one side that's more comfy.
Yes.
Then when you ton it 2 weeks later, then you can feel the old springs, you know.
Mm.
So it's now got to the point where I'm waking up and I feel a bit stiff, you know, and it sort of take me a while to get mobile in the mornings. So I think I'm going to have to get myself a new mattress easily.
Well, there are plenty of them out there.
Well, I know that, but, you know, it's just a rigmarole in it, because these days they charge to deliver it, don't they?
Yeah, and I guess you've got to get rid of the old one as well. You can't fly tip that, can you?
No, the days are gone when you can put it in the back garden and bun it. But they charge you to take it away, don't they?
Yes, they do, yes.
That's right. I bun one in the garden once, but I got in trouble for that.
Look, Brian, before we go, can you do a shout-out? Because we've got one this week that's come all the way from Australia. Can I just read this out? Dear Mark, could Brian please wish our friend Henry Marjoram of Sandstone Point, Queensland, Australia, a very happy 83rd birthday. He and his wife Mary, used to live at Leyston and emigrated to Australia many years ago. Henry's been unwell recently and loves listening to Brian from Melton, as do we. Brian gives us a good laugh. And this is from Mary and Tony Felgate of Liverpool, New South Wales in Australia. So you've got a couple of families listening to you in Australia, look, Brian.
Oh, so it's amazing. You see, this is the thing now with technology.
It's incredible.
They can listen on the interweb, or
yes.
You know, they even if you go to the beach, they tell me you can have a thing on your phone so you can listen on the beach. You know,
yes.
It's really amazing, isn't it, really?
Yeah, BBC Sounds is what you need, Brian.
Huh?
Can you say hi to Henry Marjoram?
Henry Marjoram, hello to you. Buff, do you say no?
Yeah, 83.
83. Well done, boy. You have a lovely day.
Brian, good luck with the search for the mattress, and we'll speak to you next week.